Good day, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at Innovice's InfoSWM 2D and InfoSWM Sustain, tools that we at Innovice have developed to help you better model the future of your cities and counties. The idea is you can model. The tools we offer allow you to run inside of ArcGIS, ArcMap, or Esri products, our InfoSWM model, InfoSWM 2D, which connects to 1D to 2D components, and InfoSWM Sustain, which allows you to optimize, calibrate, and design low impact development features for green infrastructure and BMPs. So what do we have inside of InfoSWM? We have scenarios. So for example, we have a scenario with only 1D. So we can go ahead and switch to that scenario. And now we can go ahead and run that model. And now we can go ahead and run that model. And as you can see, it runs really fast. We're running a one-day simulation. It takes about 7 seconds. So this is our base model. What we can do with that base model is see where flooding is occurring. So we come over here to map display. We look at the total map time, classify it. And then we apply it. We set the brakes, ramp the color, apply, and now we have 1D nodes with let's show the flooding. So what can we do with those 1D nodes? Well, we can come over here and we can add in meshes. With our 2D, we can add in the mesh. So we can come over here, go to our mesh simulation polygon, add in the mesh. The advantage of using InfoSWM 2D is that it has all of the features that are inside of ArcGIS. So you can come over here to buffer and you can import or input features, for example, building features. You do the direct modeling directly inside of ArcGIS. And then you can also then append the features you just made to GIS. So for example, we could come over here and we'll make the buildings. So now the buildings show up directly in the model. Let's turn off the mesh so you can see it. And now we can go ahead and then run this model by shifting using our scenarios to the 1D. So very nice scenario manager, very nice domain manager. Now we'll go ahead and solve the 2D. So now we're solving the 2D. Here's our 2D options. Connecting the 1D flooding nodes that we just did. Now it's set up the 2D and 1D data, and now it's quickly going through the 1D, 2D simulation. It's using a variable time step, and it's going to solve the whole simulation during the whole day for 20 seconds. So here it's going through the 1D, 2D connection. Once that's done, we then can map the display of the flooding. So now we're done. Now we can click on our maximum display. Run, we can now go to max display, and now we can display the maximum depth. So this shows us where flooding is occurring in the model. Just so that you can also see the 2D map display at each time step and zoom in and see arrows flowing down the streets. And you can also do a replay. So this replay will show the flooding over time with arrows on the streets. So a very fast simulation engine, a very fast simulation viewer, and unparalleled ability to plot and to graph and to show what's happening in the model. In addition, you can also come to Google Earth and plot these to Google Earth. Okay, so now the third part of the story is, what do we do about this flooding? We know that the 1D manholes flood. We now know where the 1D manholes connect to the 2D mesh. What we do is we use the InfoSWM Sustain Siting Manager, which allows us to simulate all 14 of these LIDs. Infiltration basin, bioretention, sand filter, rain barrel, cistern, wet pond, dry pond, grass swale, infiltration trench, filter strip, sand filter, all the green infrastructure that people are trying to build for the future to make their citizens' lives better and to control runoff and prevent flooding and increase the value of the water for stormwater. So we have the ability to model all of those features. What we do is we come over here to a run manager, we give optimization targets. We say, okay, how do we want to control runoff? How do we want to control water quality? Not only does it do runoff, it also does water quality. And you give it candidates. All the candidates are features that are possible for LID control. So you have rain gauges, swales, trenches, BMPs, etc. You then run the model, and it runs really fast, and you look at the cost effectiveness report. So this is a curve that we give to you, and not only does it tell you all the solutions that it checked using its genetic algorithm, this is over 1,000 different solutions, it gives you the 10 best or the best solutions and their costs so you can see what is best for your city, your county, or your client. It also gives a report and a performance. Not only does it give you the report, it gives you 5 to 10 best solutions. It designs those LIDs, those features for you. It tells you what the area is, what the soil thickness is, what the width is for various options. So you look at the options, you see what the performance is for that option. Here we have 66% improvement. We can actually do a graph of before and after. Green is the way it looked before. The yellow sustain is the optimize. So what we wanted to show here is some tools for modeling the future. We're all concerned with green infrastructure. We're all concerned with the fact that the world is urbanizing. People are living in bigger and bigger cities. They want to have the aesthetics of having clean streets, non-flooding streets, and have beautiful green infrastructures. InfoSWMM supplies many tools. Part of those tools are InfoSWM, InfoSWM 2D, and InfoSWM Sustain for optimizing and building these wonderful LID features. Thank you for have Domain Manager, which allows you to basically select any kind of set based on queries and the network. We also have Facility Manager, which allows you to make features inactive and active. So very, very sophisticated data management tools. Database Editor, you can enter any data, bring any data in from GIS, from Excel, etc. We also have Report Manager, which allows you to look at the 2D inflow, the 2D depth, the depth at the node, etc. coming into your model. So there's a lot of sophistication built into it, into InfoSWM analysis. Statistics are also a key element. Not only can you graph and show data, you can also This has been Bob Dickinson of InfoSWM, and I hope you have enjoyed our tools tools such as InfoSWM 2D, InfoSWM Sustain, which help you optimize your future and the future of your citizens, making a better environment for everyone on Earth. Thank you very much.